Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, I'm here to talk for 10 minutes on a particular AI project that could be of relevance to this conference or to people in the conference. This is basically a task that is used throughout the economy and also by government, which hasn't really had any innovation for quite a while. It's done pretty much the same way everywhere. And the task has been tackled and automated with a classical AI approach, not LLMs. So it's not machine learning approach. It's a classical AI approach to automation. The task is benchmarking, or also known as comparative performance analytics, done pretty much the same way. And it's a classical approach to AI. If you remember, the classical approach to AI was used to automate chess play, which became very good at chess, in fact, defeating the best players in the world. So the benchmarking insights that you get from this, I'll show you some examples, but they have a number of novelties. It's not just automation, it's actually introducing novelties. Automation sometimes enables novelties. And what is the gain of benchmarking? Well, as is said often, it promotes performance transparency, and transparency in performance often leads to performance improvement. So, as was said by one justice of the Supreme Court of the United States, sunlight is the best disinfectant. So you can improve the performance of things with transparency or sunlight. And there are many applications of benchmarking. I have a Google News alert on the word benchmarking, and I get an avalanche of results every day from Google News. And among the problems are that, as stated there from a National Academy of Medicine article, that the way benchmarking is done, for example, in CMS, in the government, it makes it hard for the audience to understand what's really going on. Okay, so there's a lot of novelty here with hopefully social benefit. So that's the status quo of comparative analytics. Everyone does it pretty much the same way. The links that are on this PowerPoint, I can't click on, but if someone wants the slides to, I'd be happy to email them, and then the links do work when you receive a PowerPoint. So there's a Harvard Business Review article that I wrote called Smart Benchmarking Starts with Deciding on the Peer Groups, Peer Comparisons, that pretty much talks about what people are doing wrong um, by comparing it to very cliche peer groups in any application. And there are other problems with this. Often what you get are dashboards. And the human reaction to dashboards is something I personally saw when I had a previous company that we were around for 12 years. We were acquired by IBM. We did well, but we had some dashboards done by consultants. And the reaction is, well, all these dashboards, we're not like all those other dots on that dashboard, right? That's a common reaction to this. And better is to have English, which is the way we human beings communicate with each other. That's the way I'm communicating with you. I'm not showing you dashboards. Okay. And there's a link there on dashboards. If you actually click on that image, not here, if you click on that image, it does a Google image search on dashboards, and you get all kinds of dashboards there. It was just overwhelming in lack of understandability. Okay. Innovation. So the purpose here is to drive improvement in diverse sectors, as I said. The end result of the technology right now is a website, benchmine.com, that applies the technology to many different data sets from federal and state government. I'll be showing you what that looks like when I click next. This research began at Carnegie Mellon University, where I was a faculty member, and it was funded by the National Science Foundation a long time ago. And then that research was put on a shelf because I left Carnegie Mellon to start a different company. It was called Vivissimo, in case anybody's ever heard of it. It was acquired by IBM in 2012. Um, so this is classical AI automation. There's no hallucination. There could be bugs in the software, but that's true of any software, and it's up to people to find those bugs and to fix them. Okay, so if you go to benchmine.com, this is what you see. You see the technology applied to many different data sets. The first one is the one that we've been working on the most, employer 401k plans. Is anybody here on an employer's 401k plan? Okay, so you can look up your employer there, unless it's a small employer. This is only employers who have filed financial data, and that's typically larger ones. So employer 401k plans, that's downloadable from the federal government. Education, Texas school districts, their performance. Healthcare, all the different sectors in healthcare, hospitals, nursing homes, hospice, etc. And then population health, counties in the United States, neighborhoods of big cities with different aspects of their performance. And then there's business operations. Those are not public data sets. Those are simulated data sets of 3 different applications of these benchmarking engines to that. So that's what you see when you go to benchmine.com. And then you can click on one of them. In this case, I'm going to click on the employer 401k plans. You see a hand touching it, hopefully. And then, okay, this reacts slowly. Okay, it's not going forward. Okay, so this is the employer 401k plans. This has around 50 to 60,000 different employer 401k plans divided by total assets. So the coins represent asset groups. The dollar bill means the total assets, not of an individual, but of the entire 401k plan has over $1 billion in total assets. And it goes all the way down to $1 to 1 million. Um, and there are different years. This is the last full reporting year, and the next reporting year will be finished by the government in early November and made downloadable. Okay, I'm going to click on, when the hand pops up, there it is. It clicks on the 1 billion total assets group. Click on that. So this is what that asset group looks like. And there are 4 engines there, depending on what questions you want to ask. The benchmarking engine is you enter one. By the way, this is free and open. Anybody can go there. You don't really have to take photographs. Oh, you can't read it? Oh, okay. The benchmarking engine is to benchmark one particular 401k plan. The compare plans one is if you have up to 10 plans that you'd like to compare side by side, like people do with vacuum cleaners. But there's a lot of novelties here to make it easier to understand the comparison. There's a discovery engine where the query is, for example, tell me the best benchmarking outcomes for all the plans within, say, 50 miles of where I am now, when I'm at the Bellagio Hotel. So I could type that in, and it'll tell me all the plans that are doing the best or the worst, whatever. Because you could use this if you're a retirement plan advisor as a prospecting tool. There are a lot of different stakeholders in this industry. So here we're going to click on the benchmarking engine. Let's see if this thumb comes up. Okay, there it is. Click on the benchmarking engine because we want to evaluate one particular plan. And you can't really see this very well here. It's not showing here. But the plan is, I looked up what is the 401k plan of this hotel? And it's actually the MGM, which runs this hotel. The MGM has a 401k plan. And notice one of the novelties here, you get outputs in perfect English, no dashboards. And you also get novel types of insights that people don't normally come up with. And then you also get supporting context to help understand the benchmarking insights that you are given. You can see this online if you go to the benchmarking engine, click on MGM and look at their 401k plan and go through these. Um, but I just wanted to show this very quickly because I only have a few minutes. Again, this is free, no payment, and this is open, no registration. Okay. The purpose of doing this is to change people's mentality of what is possible to doing benchmarking with AI, and try to aspire to become the gold standard in this kind of thing. Okay, and then you can use the discovery engine that I mentioned for other types of queries. And let's do it. And the query in this case is, okay, come on, index finger. Okay. Oh, I'm done. I have to stop. Okay. So if you want to see these slides, I'll be happy to send it to you. But again, any of this can be done. And this is something that we hope to have a social impact with by applying it to many different public as well as private data sets in the future, probably with partnering. Right now, it's just everything is open at benchmine.com. Thank you.